Aliens, vampires, and superheroes, oh my!
How long have you been practicing? Always?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 science fiction and fantasy teen dramas.
You forgot this one.
A birthday candle?
I guess Grams was low on witch supplies.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at shows that are both centered around teen characters and or directed towards a teenage audience.
You stopped the van. You pushed it away with your hand.
Well, nobody's gonna believe you.
Number 10, Roswell.
It just hit home for me, you know? How much knowing me has screwed up your life.
All those myths about an alien spaceship landing in Roswell, New Mexico are true. Max and his friends have been living in secret. But when he uses his alien powers to save Liz, the girl of his dreams, after she's accidentally shot, the secret gets out.
Are you?
I prefer the term not of this earth.
Two worlds collide as a small band of human heroes gets pulled down the alien rabbit hole in order to protect the aliens from those hunting them down. This show has all of the elements of your standard teen drama: first loves, homework, heartbreak, betrayals, plus the added bonus of the alien action.
7.
Number 9, Misfits.
What is that?
They don't wear masks or capes. No, these unusual superheroes suit up in prison orange. This hilarious comedy drama puts a dark twist on the superhero origin story genre. A group of young offenders get struck by lightning while doing community service, and slowly discover they've obtained obscure and entertaining superpowers.
Maybe that's your power.
I am very good at it.
What makes the show so interesting is the nature of the teen's very specific powers, such as the man who can turn back time, but only when he regrets something, or the woman who can make anyone lust after her with a single touch.
I've got to have sex with you right now. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Number 8, Smallville.
Are we boring you?
I'm sorry, my head hurts.
Speaking of superhero origin stories, this one follows a young Clark Kent as he navigates high school with the added drama of his developing superpowers. Everyone already knows the adventures of the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way, but this series tells the story of the boy before he was a hero.
Clark Kent is dead.
The dramatic irony of the show is particularly intriguing, as each new friend Clark makes is another familiar character we already know from the comics, and each new power he discovers moves him closer and closer to his foretold destiny.
I saw someone who can move like I can. I couldn't believe it.
Number 7, Shadowhunters.
Where are you going?
To get some answers.
Remember, your fake ID sucks.
Clary Frey thought she was just an ordinary teenager, but on her 18th birthday, she discovers she is anything but. Based on the young adult book series The Mortal Instruments, the series sees Clary learn that she's a human-angel hybrid called a Shadowhunter, which are warriors meant to protect the human world from evil forces.
My fellow Shadowhunters, it's an honor to be here with you all.
Upon being thrust into this new world, she teams up with fellow Shadowhunters, her human best friend, and an assortment of otherworldly beings to track down and defeat demons. In addition to its compelling plot, this show's killer fight scenes and diverse cast leave little to be desired. Number 6, Teen Wolf. As if being a teenager wasn't already hard enough. After being bitten by a mysterious creature during a walk in the woods, Scott McCall is turned into a werewolf. Just like its inspiration, the 1985 film also called Teen Wolf, the show focuses on a young man's struggle to balance his life as a normal kid with his new supernatural alter ego. Unlike its source material, however, the show explores how the darker elements of Scott's newfound world throw a wrench into many aspects of his regular life.
Be a werewolf, not a teen wolf. Be a werewolf.
Number 5, Charmed.
We're the protectors of the innocent. We're known as the Charmed Ones.
Although not a drama that actually centers on teenagers, this show offers up all the juicy angst you could possibly ask for. The three witchy sisters at the center of the show use the power of three to protect the world from evil.
2, 3.
Though they seem to have a tendency to fall for the very same otherworldly beings they're fighting. It's well known for its campy dialogue and dated special effects in the best way.
You need to learn how to fight like a demon, Phoebe. Training must come before everything.
Ahead of its time in the girl power department, it lives in the same vein as other 90s female-driven shows, like Xena Warrior Princess and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Now, we can do this the hard way, or, well, actually, there's just the hard way.
Number 4, The Vampire Diaries.
You know, you're kind of the talk of the town.
Am I?
This supernatural romance became incredibly popular during the Twilight era, becoming part of the return of the vampire craze. The show centers around the love triangle between a human woman, Elena, and vampire brothers Stefan and Damon, in the supernaturally charged town of Mystic Falls.
Damon. Hello, brother.
It has been said that girls love a bad boy. Well, who's badder than an immortal being who would just as easily kill you as kiss you? The themes of forbidden love, mortality and immortality, animal instinct versus free will, and good versus evil that naturally accompany a vampire love story make this show enticing. But it's the talented cast and interesting storylines that make it one of the best.
I do believe in killing the messenger. You know why? Because it sends a message.
Number 3, The 100. A century after a nuclear apocalypse, 100 teenage delinquents are sent down to Earth from a dying space station to test the planet's practical viability. But upon reaching the ground, they realize some of the human race unexpectedly survived. The talented ensemble cast, stellar writing, and well-developed characters are a few of the many elements that make the show a modern addition to the classics.
How about you, Octavia? What'd they get you for?
Being born.
The expansive world grows every season, as the characters attempt to create peace in a community that's only ever known war.
Who we are and who we need to be to survive are very different things.
Though existing in a violent dystopian world, the show's ultimate message is one of hope, predicting a future where racism, sexism, and homophobia don't exist.
I've come to make you an offer.
This is not a negotiation.
Number 2, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Save the hypnosis crap for the tourists.
When the Hellmouth opens up and dark creatures invade the world, Buffy and the Scooby Gang are there to defend it. This show was not only well-written, well-acted, had consistent character development, and compelling stories, but it also redefined a genre, producing some of the most iconic feminist characters in history. It changed the game for female-driven narratives, and contained one of the first ever lesbian couples on TV. The ever-expanding Buffyverse has lived on in comic books and in its spin-off, Angel. It continues to have a solid fan base many years after airing its final episode.
Make your choice. Are you ready to be strong?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Prove it. Show us some magic.
Because I have the power to make them afraid. What will this child offer me? Will it guarantee me power?
Family is power, Niklaus.
I have this condition. It's called temporal dysplasia. I have no time perception.
I've read about the condition. I thought it was made up.
I wish, because then you can unmake it up. It really sucks.
Number 1, Supernatural.
Sammy. Sammy. It's Sam.
This is another example of a show that doesn't center on teenagers, but is targeted at a teenage audience. Sam and Dean, the Winchester brothers, hunt down and fight otherworldly evils in order to save the world from the demons that would destroy it. While it could have been easy for the show to lose itself in the heavy subject matter, it manages to stay grounded in the relationship between the two brothers. All the urban legends, angels, and demons may be, well, supernatural, but the Winchester boys probably remind you of your own siblings. In fact, the hilarious banter between them just might be the best part of the show.
Mitch. Jerk. Yeah.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.